Hi everyone. I I'm doing a screen share with you, just as a brief introduction for our class, and a couple of slides that'll give you some information about um, the books, sort of how a little bit about how the class is structured, um, etc. So the first slide that you see is obviously there's baby. Um, the class is developmental differences, and it's also in regards to what the implications are for those developmental differences in special education. Basically, the three big areas, three big areas that we're going to look at this semester is the physical development, cognitive linguistic development, and social emotional development. And with those three areas, you will find a lot of range with children who are typical developing kids. So we're going to talk about that as well as the diversity that we see when we see kids who have differences. There are two books. These are the covers. The Introduction to Child Development is the second edition. Make sure that you have it and read it because there are four quizzes for the semester that you will need to read content, understand it, etc. You will also be asked to purchase the Mind at a Time book. You can actually get that used. It's a 2001 publication with subsequent copies. So there should be quite a few of them out on the market that you can get either on Amazon or ABE or other areas for this particular book. The thing that I want to reiterate with this whole piece is the fact that although 400 is a special education course, it's really about the development of children and the diversity within us all as learners. People often ask why we spend so much time talking about typically developing children. And I think because it really affords you a place and a space to understand the complicated and varied possibilities of we as individuals, as learners, but also gives you a really good basis to look at and see what kind of supports kids who have different learning styles and skills and abilities, and what they need to be supported. This is really what speaks to the heart of the class. So I'm going to read this slide to you. And I'd really like you to keep this in mind as we go forward. Planet Earth is inhabited by all kinds of people who have all kinds of minds. The brain of each human is unique. Some minds are wired to create symphonies and sonnets, while others are fitted out to build bridges and highways and computers, design airplanes and road systems, drive trucks and taxi cabs, or seek cures for breast cancer and hypertension. The growth of our society and the progress of the world are dependent on our commitment to foster in our children and amongst ourselves the coexistence and mutual respect of these many different kinds of minds. Parents have a special responsibility and joy as they get to know well and to cultivate their children's individual minds. Tragic results are seen when we misconstrue and possibly even misuse a child's kinds of mind, and that happens all the time. So we as future teachers, some of you may not even be thinking about going into the profession, but I think the words are wise to think about. I think in this class, you will find a lot about your own learning as we go forward. Bear in mind that there are many moving parts to this class, and at any time, if you need assistance, I am available via Zoom or by phone. The information is in the syllabus on how to contact me. So here's the beginning of the semester. And again, it's something to really view in terms of who we are as learners. And none of us are really perfect. So we are each individual in our profiles of strengths as well as dysfunction. The term exceptional children is often used in our profession, although more and more I think that we're looking at much more of a concept of individuals who learn differently. All kids have differences from one another in terms of their physical attributes. Some kids are taller, some kids are shorter, some kids are stronger. Our learning abilities vary. Some learn quickly and use the things that they learn in situations, and others need much more intensive practice and have difficulty maintaining and generalizing new knowledge and skills. Think about yourself as a learner. The differences amongst most children is very, very small, and it enables all these children to benefit from general education programs. When their physical attributes or learning abilities are different from the norm, and I try more often than not to use the word typical as opposed to normative. Either above are exceptional children who are gifted, or below and are children who struggle cognitively. There's an extent that they require possibly an individualized program of special education. One of the things that you may or may not understand completely, at least at this point of where you are in your education, is that special education isn't a place. It's not a classroom that students go to. It's a cluster of services that are afforded and provide students with the support that they need to learn. Again, right now for you in this next couple of weeks is to really get a feel for the pace and rhythm of the classroom. We have a lot that we do in a relatively short period of time. And so I will talk to you next week. It may be in a slightly different format, but I look forward to all of what we have to talk about.